Today we're digging into the second week of leads. Receiving leads, role play, what to do with them, how to work them, and so forth. So we're going to recap a little bit because last week was a lot. So the lead follow-up recap is when you receive a lead via Lofty or via text from me, you want to call them immediately. Okay, there is no 5 seconds or I'll get to it. When you guys get the lead, you guys kind of say, hey, I need to excuse myself, or I need to go take care of this, and you go call the person, okay? The number, the address, their email, and everything will be there for you, so you can follow up that way too. If no one answers, you're going to leave a voicemail, you're going to follow up with a text, and you're going to follow up with an email, right? If they don't respond after that, there is a 3-day follow-up, meaning for the next 3 days, you are to follow up with this client. Call, text, email, day 2, call, text, email, day 3. After that, if they don't respond, they go on to a weekly follow-up, like, hey, how are you? Just checking in. Are you still interested? Things like, things like that. But after a certain point, you want to stop making it about real estate and just make it more personal. Hey, how are you? Just wanted to say hi. You're likely to get a better response that way because they don't think you're a salesperson at the end of the day. When you are emailing people, the first 3 emails are the property address. Your first 3 emails to this client need to have the property address in the subject line. After those first 3 emails, you guys can reciprocate, you guys can put your own flair to it, you guys can do whatever you want after that. But the best results that I've gotten is always putting the subject line in there because they're like, oh yeah, I did click on this property. I was interested. So you'll probably get a response. All activity must be logged in Lofty. That is a non-negotiator. So this is just for accountability purposes on my end. So I can see how you guys are actually following up with the lead. Are you calling? Are you texting? What's happening? What are you saying? And is the follow-up really happening after that 3-day? So let's just say you get a lead today. What's today? The 10th? So they don't answer. So that means you are calling, texting on the 11th, you are calling, texting, email on the 12th, and you are calling and texting and emailing on the 13th. And then after that, you wait a week and then you follow up with the following week.
That's only if they aren't responding.
Yeah, only if they aren't responding.
Because as soon as they respond in one.
So as soon as they exactly. So as soon as they respond in a text message, a call, or an email, your whole dialogue changes at that point. You then have a genuine conversation, what we talked about, and you're then starting to form a rapport with them, and you're trying to form that bond with them so you can get more information out of them. Just log everything in Lofty. So let's just say Jameson gets a lead. He calls them, texts them today, but they text tomorrow. Like they follow up with a text tomorrow. Hey, I was so busy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm still interested in the property. Your whole dialogue changes at that point. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just if they don't respond, you definitely want to follow up for the next 3 days. Yes, yes, yes.
Just wanted to double check because that's what I was doing, but I was like, just in
No,
case.
no, good, good. Always ask. So this is the after 3-day no response. So move lead to weekly manual touches, research the original property. You know what I mean, what I said? So you're going to take the original property because you're going to have that address and you're going to try to find something similar for them in that surrounding areas. You really don't know what you're looking for, what they're looking for because you haven't spoke to them, but you can get a general idea on what they're looking for by the property that they clicked on. So to keep them engaged, I always send them properties around that surrounding property within a 5 to 10 mile radius. It just shows them you're actually looking and you care because that's how people get re-engaged too. They're like, oh, like I was interested in this property and I completely forgot about it and things like that. And they can see what else is on the market. So if something does happen, they can start a conversation with you. It's another conversation piece. No automations. So I don't want any auto drips, auto texts, auto emails. I really don't prefer this because you guys will go in spam quicker than quick. If you just follow up like with it, me and Jameson found out the hard way one night because I text them, I'm like, hey, what are these automation, like, what are these auto emails going out? Like, what are these auto texts? And he's like, huh? And I said, you know, we kind of talked about it. We didn't want auto drips going out. Lofty put into place an auto drip system and we don't know how and we don't know why. So me and Jameson had to go in there and I had to cancel all of them. So I don't know what happened, but in some of your leads, you will see like multiple drips, but they've been canceled. So everything needs to be manual because it's more personalized. There's value in that to somebody. They don't want to hear from an AI. They don't want to hear from somebody else. They want to hear from you. Like when we get calls to be recruited or to do business with, the lender doesn't call us. Their assistant calls us. Or when we're trying to recruit agents half the time, it's not the broker calling us or the owner. It's an assistant or something like that. So there's just more value based behind us doing it rather than having an auto drip system. Consistency, speed, and documentation are non-negotiable. These are non-negotiables. So it's called speed to lead. You get the lead, you call. Okay. With the new Ops City, as everybody knows, Jameson, me, Maya, and who's ever on leads right now, you literally have like a 5-second gap from you get the notification to when you claim it. If not, it goes to another brokerage. It doesn't go to other agents in our brokerage. It literally goes to another brokerage. So we cannot afford to be losing these leads at the end of the day. Okay. Documentation is non-negotiable. If I don't see follow-up in Lofty, that's a different conversation that you guys will have with me. Okay. Lead follow-up, why it works. Most leads don't respond the first time. It's not because they're ignoring you. It's not because they don't want to. It's just because they might be busy too, you know? So speed increases response rate. Systems remove the guesswork. Consistency builds the trust and the accountability. And that's what we're about. We're not salespeople, right? Okay. Any questions on that? No? Okay. Lead conversation recap. Okay. Key mindset. So this is a thing too with leads. Like if you've never gotten leads and you've never worked leads and you've never worked that system, it could, I understand how you could feel salesy or you could feel pushy. Like I can understand that. I never felt that way because they clicked on something and they were interested in it. So it's not really a cold lead. It's like it's a warm lead.
Yeah.
Because they're already expecting a call from you. They're expecting a call from somebody. You know what I mean?
I was looking at when leads are doing that, I just in my head, I put it, they're raising their hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, hi, I have a question. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So leads may be busy, they're not ignoring you. So take that into account too. And what did we say? How many times? If a lead's not responsive, how many times does it take? 7 to 10 times. Okay. That's lender leads. That's any lead, like any lead in general, from even marketing standpoint. It takes 7 to 10 touches for someone to respond to you, whether it's like F off, like I got this morning, or
Is that from a lead?
yeah, or she woke up spicy, or it's, hey, I'm still interested. I don't care what the response is. I still got a response from that person. It may not be, it may have not been great, but we still got a response and we know where that lead is now. You know what I mean? So it's not a dead lead because we know they responded to us and they don't want to be contacted anymore. Okay, great. We move on. You know what I mean? So don't get your emotions kind of involved because I've been told to F off a lot. So, okay. Your role is a guide. Like I said, you guys are not salespeople. We advise, we guide, we teach. You know what I mean? And we build knowledge and we build trust. Conversations should feel natural and not scripted. So if you get to a point where you feel uncomfortable having a conversation and you don't know how to respond, let me find out. I don't have the answers for you, but let me find out for you. You know what I mean? If this conversation is going a land deal and you don't know shit about land, meaning electricity, water rights, mineral rights, because in Colorado it's just really different. You know what I mean? Or some lots you can't even build on and they're for sale. A lot of people want a lot and they want to put an RV on it. You can't do that in Colorado. You can get an RV permit for 6 months and park the RV there, but that's the most you can do. So it's just like building your knowledge and knowing stuff like that. I have done a lot of land deals, so just let me know if you guys have any questions, if you guys get a... Yes.
But
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can have a training on that.
Module essentially build the house in like a warehouse.
It's
And
fabricated.
then transport it to the property.
And then they put it together on the
So,
property.
The thing about modular, and this is just because we land deals, more often than not, if they don't have an attached permanent foundation,
Mhm.
they're actually classified as vehicles.
Yes.
So you'll actually find.
Well, a mobile home is classified as
Yeah.
a car.
Correct.
A mobile home has an RV number, has a VIN number. Mm-hmm.
So in Colorado, if you got anybody that's looking at land, by and large, there's a couple of
Yeah.
exceptions, but by and large, the modular homes are allowed as long as they're built on a permanent foundation, which means it's dug into the ground. And once the house.
It's
is
then
attached,
affixed.
It's an affixed.
They can't put, those cinder blocks down.
No.
Nope. It needs to be physically attached by concrete or pillars. And then it is
And those are-
affixed to the
But
property.
all of the, that's the whole state.
That's the whole state. So a mobile home.
Exceptions I found, but for the most part.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Ask questions first and then talk second, like I said. It's the 80-20 rule. Your client should be talking 80% of the time and you should be talking 20% of the time because your job is to get as much information out of these people as you can without feeling salesy. So build that connection, try to find a common denominator. Like usually when I get a lead and they're like, oh, we want a yard. Okay. Do you have dogs? That's my first question is when they have a yard. Like, we want a yard. Okay, cool. Do you have dogs? And they're like, no, we have kids. Oh, awesome. How many? How old are they? What are they into? And you start to like build a report because you're showing interest in them. And that's what people want at the end of the day. People are very,
They create connection.
yes, people crave connection. People crave popularity. People crave success. People crave like what word am I trying to use? Validation, gratitude, appreciation. People crave that. So once you start showing people that it's not about you and selling them a house and it's about finding them a house, the conversation completely goes in a different way. Completely goes in a different way.
No, that transaction, in my experience, gets easier.
It does get easier because they become friends. At that point in time, they become friends.
Conversations are easier to have.
Yes, that's what it is too. When you guys start building these reports with these people and you start having these conversations, those hard conversations during a transaction does get a lot easier for you because they trust you and they're not questioning you. So, okay. Conversation framework. Introduce yourself, but introduce yourself in a way where you're not acknowledging all information that you are not the listing agent. Because at the end of the day, half of these phone calls think they're calling the listing agent or they're getting a hold of the listing agent. You know what I mean? Hey, this is Ben. I service all of Colorado. You had some interest in this property on realtor.com. Short, simple, sweet. If you want to introduce yourself that way, great.
Yeah, I say the, whatever city they're
yeah.
in, I cover that area.
Yeah, perfect. That's all you have to do. So it's keeping it short and sweet because when you divulge too much information, it cuts people off. Like there's a wall that goes up. Reference to the property when you guys are talking to these people because they're like, oh yeah, I clicked on so many. Which one was that? And you giving them the address, I can guarantee you they're on their phone and they're going to pull it up on Zillow. You know what I mean? So ask open-ended questions. Like, for example, why do you want a yard? That's an open-ended question. There's not a yes or a no to that. They literally have to answer that question in a long-term basis. You know what I mean? Or why are you wanting to move? That's an open-ended question. Or what are your pain points and stuff like that? You know what I mean? So it's just those open-ended questions. Okay. Those open-ended questions are really important. Listen to your clients because they're gonna say stuff that you may not catch, like relocation for work. Their kids might go to a different school. They might be going through a divorce with a spouse and living with a boyfriend and they have kid issues and they need to figure that out or they need to be closer to work. Listen to those key points because they will say them. And those are their pain points for moving. So those are building those connections with them. Add value. Add value on whatever you do. Do not try to outsmart the lead. That's not what I'm saying because half the time they know more about the property they clicked on than you do by the time you talk to them. Guarantee you. Just add value in what you're talking about. Be confident, don't be cocky, like I keep saying. Offer a soft next step. Do not be pushy. So in this, be like, okay, are you still wanting to see the property? Do you want to still look? You kind of tell me what you want. And that's an open-ended question too. Because they're going to tell you what they want. They're going to tell you what they need. So it changes the whole conversation. Cool, cool. Any questions? Any input?
I would say this is just.
Yeah.
With smiling while you're talking to someone.
Smiling over the phone?
Goes-
Yeah. So has anyone heard that? The three. So it's called a 3-second liability, a 3-second likability. So this was huge in hospitality and running cheesecake factories. There was a 3-second likability to when a person walked in the front door till they got to the host. Okay, does that make sense? So from the time the person walked in the front door, there was already a 3-second likability with the person walking in the front door and the host. The first person to greet these people to come to your restaurant. There had to be a 3-second likability with that person that you were hiring. So with you guys on the phone, if you guys are smiling through the phone and things like this, they will hear it. And it becomes a 3-second likability already. So you're already doing something that's likable. So good, good. Okay, lead conversation, role playing, why we practice. Builds confidence before the real calls, because when you are role playing, you can get your EBGBs out, you know what I mean, and the nerves. Improves tone and pacing, so you kind of can pace yourself, you know what I mean, when you're talking to these people, whether you guys are talking too fast, you guys are talking too slow, whatever it may be, role playing is super important, okay? Helps handle objections calmly. Those difficult conversations become a little bit easier to have. Okay. Creates muscle memory for real scenarios. So when you guys start role playing and we start role playing, like today we're going to start role playing, it builds muscle memory. So you're like, oh yeah, we talked about this. This is what I do, or this is how I sound, or this is what I should do, you know? Key takeaways, they're conversations, they're not scripts. I don't want you guys, I'm not going to make a script for you. I refuse to. This isn't a script. This is knowing what you are doing, being confident in what you are doing, and being a human to people. That's all. Just humility. Just be humble. Practice makes confidence. Practice does not make cockiness. And I'm going to keep saying this. Over the phone, people can hear if you're cocky or confident. People can hear that off the bat. It is huge that you guys are just confident. And don't be overconfident either. Like I said, if you guys do not know a question that they are asking, and so I do this sometimes to create humility too. I know the question, but I also tell the client, hey, I don't have that answer for you right now, and I don't know, but let me find out for you. Even though I know it, I don't want to seem like I know everything to this client. So I actually fake it. Like, I don't know it, but let me find out for you. Because it builds humility. And they're like, oh, okay, they're going to find out for me. Cool. And that's also another reason to get back to this client without them ghosting you. So that's why I do it too. It's a hook. I do it to hook them. Hey, I don't know this answer, but let me find out for you. Okay, cool. Let me find out today. I'll get in touch with you later today or tomorrow. So they already know they should be expecting my call either later that day or tomorrow. So it's just another touch point for me with these people. The system gets us in front of the leads. Conversations are what moves them forward. So Lofty is just there to keep you guys in place, because having a CRM when you guys are starting your business is huge. You know what I mean? It's really a huge thing. A CRM is going to grow your business. It's going to make you successful, and it's going to keep you organized. So that's why I stress Lofty so much on you guys. Why role playing matters. So role playing matters is the purpose. We have the systems, right? We already have the systems. But sometimes when we're talking, it sounds scripted, or it sounds like a system. Conversations determine if it works or not. Role playing builds confidence before the real call. So role playing is to me, it's super helpful. The goal is connection, not perfection. Scripts don't work if we never practice saying them out loud. Role playing helps us sound natural and confident when it matters. Anyone can send a text, and that's true. Anybody can send a text. What matters is how we listen, how we respond, and what we do after that. So I know Jameson is really good at sending video texts, like video messages instead of a text message, which is great because it puts a face with the name. So
Add that.
yeah. So the psychology of a lead. So everything, there's a mindset, there's psychology behind everything. Understand who you're talking to. Most leads are busy, unsure, early in the process, comparing options, or afraid of being sold. Do you guys know what afraid of being sold means?
Yeah, and it's essentially, you just have to assume that if you're calling, if it's cold lead, right? One, they've probably gone through the process before, so they may have not talked to you, they talked to somebody else. But at the end of the day, I look at it as everybody has their walls up.
Yep.
every time you talk to them.
Yep.
And your job is to be unassuming and open to make sure the walls come down.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember going to buy my truck back in like 2016, and one of the salesmen came up and he was telling me all about like all parts of this truck, and I could care less. Like it wasn't about that. I didn't actually want to be sold at all. It was just simply the fact that he was trying to sell, and I just wanted to buy the truck. So he ended up selling himself out of it. And another guy who literally was like, "Do you want to just take it for a spin?" Like, yes. And then he didn't talk the whole test drive. And then I got back and he was like, "Do you want it?" Yes. And that's the guy who got the sale. The guy who talked less.
Do you know what he did with you? You said yes twice in a row. So remember how we talked about last time when I said it's a psychology thing? So if you get someone to answer you twice, 2 times in a row with the answer yes, your third question, their answer is most likely going to be a yes. So it's everything is psychology in what we do, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be better than somebody. You're not trying to outsmart somebody, but everything there's an emotional connection, there's a feeling behind something always, and it's always psychological. Okay. You are not chasing them. You are helping them navigate through something, whether it's a hard time in their life, whether they're downsizing, whether they have to move because of kids, divorce, whatever it may be, you are navigating them. You know what I mean? You're not pushing them, you're helping them. If we sound calm and helpful, people stay on the phone longer. So when people get excited on the phone, I don't raise my voice. This is my voice the whole time with them. Very melatonin, very calm. If they get excited, I show a little excitement, but I'm very calm for the most part on the phone with people. What actually builds trust? Calm words, slower pace, friendly curiosity, and silence when needed. So you guys don't always have to have an answer or respond to the client. Like if they keep talking, sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah. And like, I don't really answer, you know what I mean? I'm just making noises or showing confirmation to what they're saying. What breaks trust? Talking too fast, sounded scripted, over-explaining, and pushing next steps too early. People, like I said, don't like to be sold. People don't want to be pushed. You know what I mean? He pushed the truck on you, and then you're like, I don't want it. But this other guy was like, hey, you want a test drive? Yeah, sure.
Especially for longer sales. Because you're like, hey, I'm going to be dealing with this person a lot.
So think of it this way too, guys. When you guys get a client and you guys get them under contract, you guys are with them to 30 to 60 days from when you go under contract. That's not the time before and how many houses you sold them or how long they have been looking. But from when they go under contract, you will talk to them more than most people for 30 to 60 days. So keep that in mind too on how you're talking, when a stressful situation comes up, things like that. Call flow framework. Every call should follow this shape. Introduction, reason for call, open-ended questions. You listen, you add value, and you kind of suggest a soft next step for them. Okay? If you feel stuck on a call, come back to this flow. Okay? The only reason why you guys should be stuck on a call is if they're talking a lot and they're going around in circles, which a lot of people do, which is fine. You don't know an answer to a question they have, but then you go back to, hey, I don't know. Let me find out for you. Let me get back to you today. So there's always like a ring around on how to get back to the flow and back to the conversation piece. Okay. Rules of role playing, non-negotiable. So everyone's going to participate. This is practice, non-performance. Mistakes are expected. Okay. Feedback is constructive only to keep us better. Keep tone conversational. The goal is progress, not perfection. How each round works. Set the scenario, assign agents, 2 to 3 minutes role play, ground feedback, rotate roles. Okay. Role play, first call. Who wants in?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, and who else? I need one more person.
Okay.
Okay. Ben and Jameson. Lead come in, they don't know you yet. Agent goal. Who's the agent?
I'll be the agent.
Okay, Ben's the agent. Sound calm and confident, sound human. Start a conversation, not a pitch. Lower their defense because, like Jameson said, they're already on the fence. They're already on the wall. You know, they already have a wall up. Okay. Agent owner example. Hi, blank. This is Ben with Lifestyle. You reached out about property blank, blank, blank. Did I catch you at a bad time? Okay, you guys continue. And you guys take that. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey Jameson, this is Ben, local real estate agent covering the Littleton area. Saw that you reached out about the property on 123 Blueberry Lane. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, I got a couple minutes.
Fantastic. What part of this property stood out to you?
I like the fact that it was right next to a highway.
You know, that could be really beneficial. Do you do a lot of traveling?
I do. Yeah, I commute all the time.
Is that important to you?
It is.
Are there other properties that you've looked at as well, or is this the only one you've looked at?
No, I just started looking, and this was the one that caught my eye.
Fantastic. Is there anything else about this property that stands out to you?
I like that it has an old school mailbox versus giant email boxes.
Yeah, what's important to you about that?
I'm an individual and I don't want to fight people over money.
Yeah, I totally respect that. That is definitely something that we want to do in 2026. It's not fight over that. What is your schedule like? Would you like to go see this property?
Yeah, got some time this week.
Fantastic. What days would work better for you, Thursday or Friday?
Let's go Tuesday.
Okay. Tuesday works great. Let me see what I can do. Are you looking at the morning or the afternoon?
Let's go.
Okay. And do you want me to meet you at the property or do you want me to come pick you up somewhere?
Meet me at the property, please.
Fantastic. And what information can I have prepared so that we can tour the property together?
I wouldn't hate it if you were able to take a look at some of the properties potentially that can fit my criteria.
Yeah, is that something that you want to share with me right now?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, let me get those addresses for you.
Okay.
All right. And out of those properties that you're looking at, how do you, on a scale of 1 to 10, feel about moving forward on this property?
Like I said, I'm in the very beginning stages, so I just want to kind of take a look and get my feelers out.
Yeah, that's fair. And is there anything I should know of before we end this call?
I don't think so.
Fantastic. I will see you Tuesday in the afternoon.
Perfect.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
That's good.
Anybody change anything? Anybody want to add anything?
I usually offer before they ask if I can send them additional homes to the area, are the same criteria, so you're answering questions before they ask.
There was 2 questions now, I can't remember, that were yes, no. That if you just rephrase it to more open-ended questions,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it just helps the conversation flow better. But that's just trying to figure out, like, if it was, you said, is that important to you, the highway, right? Versus saying, oh, that's interesting, like, why is that?
Why is it important to you about that?
Why is that important?
Should we just try like to meet them first before offering sending more options? Because then you can select the buy probably this.
So not really. So my goal is to show them a property, but if they want to see 5 that same day, like, let's do it. That gives me more face time in front of them. That gets me more time with them to get to know them. Yes. Yes, yes. So what I usually do is like, hey, tell me what you're looking for. And they just talk and talk and talk. Okay, cool. Is Evergreen that only area? No, actually, blah, 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 blah. So these open-ended questions are really huge. You know what I mean? So like Jameson said, try not to make it a yes or no. Trying to make it super open-ended. Okay. I'll do the next one. Okay, ready? Who's gonna be the agent? Okay.
Oh, fuck, wait, no. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to be the client? I can be the agent. You ready?
Yeah.
You good?
If I fuck up, I break bottom.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Go ahead, Maya.
Oh, I can't read.
Glasses. Glasses are super important.
Well, first call lead.
You call. I say I can't talk right now. Ring, ring. Yes. I can't talk right now.
No. Yeah.
Probably later today. Does that work?
Of course.
6 o'clock.
So I'll put in the schedule to call you back at 6 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Bye-bye. There's a catch in here. Did nobody not catch it?
Well, I didn't introduce myself when I first called.
Okay, nope. There's specifically something I put in the agent's wording that you guys are not supposed to be saying. Yes. When you guys say no problem, you guys are indicating there is a problem. Okay? Do not tell a client no problem. We say no worries. We say yes, of course. No problem, issues, nothing. You are indicating there's an issue or a problem. So you say no worries at all. Absolutely. And also it just sounds a little bit more pleasant than not a problem.
I like saying all good.
That's good. That's okay too. You could say all good. I don't care. Just don't say not a problem.
No, so I don't want to.
Exactly. Oh, I like that. So I even like that too. She wasn't pushy. I wasn't pushy. It was a normal conversation. Okay. Role play block 2, qualifying without press. Who wants to do this? Without pressure. Qualifying a client without pressure.
Means like they're figuring out where they're in the stage of their home buying process and seeing if they're actually buying a home or if they're just fucking around.
Or if they're looky-loos.
Looky-loos are just like people who are fucking wandering and
Yeah.
click, and then they'll be like, you'll be following up, like, actually, I accidentally clicked. I didn't mean to put my information.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to do this one?
All 12 boxes.
All 12 boxes.
Who wants to do this one? Come on, guys. Okay, who's else with her? You'll do it? Okay. Who's the agent and who is the buyer? Okay. You're the buyer. You're not asking anything. Maya's asking you. She's trying to qualify you without qualifying you, essentially. Okay. What questions would you ask? So don't even look at this. Just be natural. Don't even look at this. So just have a natural conversation with her. Hey, girl. Hey.
Actually, wait.
This is Maya. How are you? This is Maya. This is Maya. I'm a local realtor. You put your information in realtor.com. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. I see you're interested in property XYZ in Littleton. One of them. Okay. Well, that's nice. What interests you about this property?
Well, it looked really pretty outside. Had a nice balcony in the back, the big yard.
Okay. Do you have any other homes in the area in mind?
Not next to that one. I haven't seen anything I like.
Okay, perfect. Do you mind if I send you additional properties that are somewhat similar to this property?
Do I have to go with you to see them?
No, and I can set up an email to where I email unless you want to wait. Let me reverse.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'll do is I'll set automatic emails up and I'll go ahead and send you weekly updates of what's on the market that's similar to this property in this general area. And if anything catches your eye, you can go see that property as well as this one.
Okay, so I can go with you whenever.
Yeah, of course. Okay, perfect. So first things first, when would you want to see this property?
Maybe in the next week I need to figure out my work schedule and family schedule.
Okay, not a problem. Or no worries, sorry.
You're
No
fine.
worries. And then additionally, well, how many bedrooms and bathrooms are a minimum for you in this home search?
Bedrooms, like 3 baths.
Okay, and then I know you mentioned in the other property that you like the balcony and you like how the front of the home looks. What specifically about the front of the home?
The colors.
The color. Okay. Do you like
I think we got the wrong house.
Okay, awesome. So I'll go ahead and follow up with my contact information and make sure that you have my direct contact info. This is my direct number, so if anything comes up on your end, please send the address directly to me and we'll get a showing scheduled. And then once you go ahead and take a look at your schedule, just send me over what day and time works best and we'll go see this property.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going to flip it. So I'm just looking. So who wants to do that one? People that say they're just looking, it's a 50-50. They're literally 50-50 on the fence of selling or buying, or 50-50 they don't really care. So our goal at the end of the day is to guide and advise, right? And to help and navigate. So Louise, you get a phone call, give you a lead. I'm just looking. What would you do? And what would you say?
Why did you- Like, yeah, let me help you. Like, what are you interested in?
Okay, very nice. That is a starting point. What made you want to look as well? What was the driving factor that made you click, made you want to look? So that's another thing. Okay,
I'd also ask how long they've been looking.
that's another good question. How long have you been looking? Yes, because if they say a day or a year, it kind of gauges you. Somebody that's been searching for a year, they're really hard to put your thumb on just due to the fact they don't feel comfortable with an agent because they probably don't have an agent yet. Or they've been through several.
Yeah.
You,
That's what you put, though. If somebody says, "Wait, I've been looking around for a year," right?
Mhm.
Then, I mean, in my head, I'd say, "No, that makes a lot of sense. I've got a lot of clients that
Yeah,
they look for a really long time because it's a big decision."
I say that too. So I
If
do
that's
say
the
that.
case,
Yes.
You know, specific features that you're looking for, you just haven't found it.
Yeah.
And then if it's a yes, awesome. What are
Exactly.
Tell me kind of what are the features? Is it just geographically hard to look in the area you're looking at?
Or are they looking for something really specific? That's another thing too. So like a lot of people in Littleton only want to be in Ken Carroll. Ken Carroll Ranch is a very specific area and houses do not go up often in there. Also, when they do go up, they're 800 to 900,000 and they need a complete gut job. So that's another thing. Or they have structural issues because of bentonite because they're so close to the mountains. So with that being said, somebody just says, I'm just looking, it's deeper than that. They're not just looking. There's those pain points on whys. Okay.
In that situation, I did have someone say that to me once.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up asking other questions and come to find out that they had actually gone all the way through, put in an offer on a place, did the inspection, and then pulled. And so having that information as a reference was useful to know, like, oh, you're not just like looking, like you're actively wanting to do something, but you're just saying just looking.
Yep.
No, it's just going back to validating that they've been looking for a long time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So if you can make them comfortable, because a lot of people just there's a sense of guilt involved too.
There is, for sure.
They may not want to commit to an agent because they don't want to waste their time. I
Right.
That. So if you can flip that and sympathize or empathize with them about the fact that even though they've been looking for a long time and it's a large financial decision and there's a lot of factors in it, that's okay.
I like that.
He stopped breathing. But breathing it, that's all that matters. But he stopped breathing for like 52 seconds. He couldn't like sleep when he did that. No, like he was gone. And they can't figure out what's going on. Everything's okay.
Do you need to go?
I can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So real conversation and difficult conversations. So I'm actually going to open up to the Zoom people as well. Everyone that joined the call. Do you guys have any comments, concerns, questions, anything you guys would do different? Marco, I know you do leads. So would you handle conversations different? That's fine. Not surprised. Okay. So role play block 3. So this is a difficult conversation too. I'm not ready yet. The lead hints they may not be ready financially as well. 2 options. Not enough information, fear of pressure, or just not knowing. So when we are dealing with leads and we're dealing with these people, we are not pushing pre-qualification on them. I've never asked any of my clients, leads, are you pre-qualified? Just haven't, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a no-brainer because once you say that, it really turns them off. Like turns them off completely. Right now, they just clicked on a property. They're just interested in that home, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So how would you guys handle that? Those difficult conversations.
So this one, I always use the same one.
Okay.
It's them. When was the last time they sat down with somebody to talk about the market, where it's at in the process of purchasing? And it's either, oh, I did it last week. Awesome. Tell me about it. Or I've never done that. Awesome. I would recommend talking to somebody, I'd love to be the person that you talk to walk you through where the market's at, how this process works, so you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Because
I like that.
also, kind of in a backhanded way, you kind of get to make sure if they're talking to another agent too.
Yep.
So you also get that information.
Yep.
But most people don't take the time to sit down with their clients and explain to them where the market's at, what things look like in certain
No.
areas, so on and so forth. Or if they have, it's been years.
You're right. Ben?
I just wanted to say why I think that's an amazing response, is that it's someone is not ready, just mostly because they don't have clarifying information for them to make a decision. So they made a decision to not make a decision, which is a decision. But if they had better information to help them make that decision, then they would be ready.
Yes. So like I said, we're navigating people, right? We're informing them, we're adding value. A lot of people have been watching interest rates. A lot of people know where they're at, but a lot of people don't know that we can give concessions from the seller. A lot of people don't know about a 3-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down. You know what I mean? They don't know that. They don't know that they don't need to go with a new build to get a 4.99. So what people don't know is what they don't know. Our job is to inform them and make them feel more comfortable about the situation. When I bought my house, when I bought my
I see.
bitter, a little bitter. So when I bought my house, it was during COVID. So we literally signed papers through a car window, through my car window. You know what I mean? Huh?
I would have been in person.
What are the odds?
I don't know. It's that, what do they call it? Like the invisible string theory?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we call somebody. Yeah, I was just looking. I already have an agent. Okay. What do you do?
I asked him who they were.
Okay.
Do you like him? Just kidding. What I actually have asked, because I call expires and I say, hey, I have an agent. And I say, how well, in fact, the lady that told me she just chose another realtor, I was talking to her. I had initially asked her, how well do you know them?
Right.
And she said, oh, it was a referral from church. I don't know. So how do you feel that this year it was an expired list?
Yeah.
How did you feel that he did for you?
Nice.
And that's when the conversation then kept.
Yeah.
Open.
Because you asked it open-ended question. And you hit a touch point with her because he wasn't able to sell her house. So you hit a pain point with her. Go ahead, Luis.
You say like, oh, that's awesome. Like perfect to having anybody that.
Okay.
If you have any questions or something I can help you with, just let me know. I'm here for you.
Okay. Would you offer to go see the property with them?
If they say I already have an agent. Is this in the lead?
Yeah, the lead says I already have an agent.
Yeah, I think the conversation's different.
Are they okay? So
Every conversation is very different.
Well,
It's one of those days, okay?
what did you say?
you only post once.
Are we like navigating asking questions like, hey, I can show you the property, but if you have an agent already, I want to interfere in that. But if you have doubt so far working with that agent, like I have no problem to meet you. I'll talk about business.
That is a way around it, yes.
I think at that point, you have to ask them if they have signed agreement. Because otherwise it's sign crossing.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, what's the legality of this?
It's sign crossing.
It's sign crossing. So at that point, it said, well, let me ask you a question. Like, you obviously reached out. Is there a reason your agent didn't reach out?
Out of town.
Okay.
Their agent's out of town.
You guys have a written contract that names them as your agent, and it's either yes or no question. It's a yes. Awesome. So in that scenario, I'm gonna take a step back. If something, I wish you guys the best of luck. If something changes in that relationship, please let me know. I'm happy to help.
Yes.
That's what I just texted that lady too.
Okay. So once they say they have a signed agreement, it's a no-go, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. What if they ask you what?
They don't have a signed agreement.
So if they do not have a signed agreement, it's open game.
Oh yeah.
It's open floor, open game. Because they have no legal binding, frog. They have no legal binding contract with that agent. There's no legalities. There's no legal document. They're a free agent, essentially. But once they say they have something signed, guys, stop sign. Big stop sign. Okay? Okay. Because if I get a call from an agent saying, hey, your agent took my buyer and we had a signed agreement, that is not going to be a good conversation. Because at the end of the day, that agent can go to Dora. If that agent or broker does go to Dora, that's a different ballgame, guys. Okay? So it's not fun. So just be a good human. Be good humans. Okay? Okay.
What, just, I don't know the
Yeah.
legality on this.
Yeah.
Can someone, so like an open house, they walk in, they go, hey, I have an agent.
Okay.
They had, worked with us or found the person through Zillow.
Okay.
That's how the agent got them.
Okay.
I don't know if they had it signed or not, but I asked them like, hey, how well do you know them? Like, oh, it's a new relationship.
Okay.
If they had something signed with, let's say, a Zillow agent,
Mm-hmm.
what is, and then maybe I've poked some pain points for them.
Okay.
If they're like, yeah, maybe I don't want to go with that person. What's the process or?
They can ask ChatGPT how to cancel their contract with them.
I can say that.
Yep, that's the only thing you can say. Ask Google. Ask ChatGPT. Uh-huh. And how to end that agreement. By law, we cannot tell somebody how to end that
I
agreement.
can't show them.
Mm-mm.
You could do that.
Mm-mm. Nope.
That's what I want to know.
You cannot. Legally, you cannot do that. So sometimes when working with close people that I've known for a long time, I say, I'm going to take off my realtor hat for a second. I say that, but I don't incriminate myself on anything. You know what I mean? My conversation is just a little bit more flowy. Okay. If somebody wants to cancel their agreement with somebody, ask ChatGPT. Definitely help you do that. And then once you guys do that, give me a call, shoot me a text. And then we can have a different conversation. Because right now, because you're legally blind to them, I'm legally not allowed to do certain stuff. Yes. Okay. Okay. So a lead answer says, yeah, I'm busy. What is this about? Which I get a lot. Okay. I do get this a lot. Lead answers, but sounds rushed, distracted, annoyed. Respect time, get permission to continue, avoid rambling. So one thing is totally understand this will take 30 seconds. So usually when someone says this will take 30 seconds, you sound like a salesperson, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
It never takes only 30 seconds. Right.
So there's a reason why I put this in here. Don't do that. Do not say this will take only 30 seconds. You really sound like a salesperson, so please don't do that. Just say, hey, you inquired about this property. You wanted someone to reach out. I'm just reaching out. That changes the whole conversation because you are identifying they reached out, they wanted someone to reach out, and you are reaching out. You know what I mean? So you are giving them instant gratification. And then being annoyed, they're probably at work, probably dealing with kids, probably dealing with a husband, a wife, like whatever it may be. You know what I mean? You don't know the real reason why. So just don't be annoyed. Just try to understand. Okay. What if somebody answers says, yeah, maybe not sure, gives minimal engagement to you, keeps everything short sentenced? How do you guys handle that?
Well,
Yeah, let's do it. Do you understand? So,
I'll be the agent if someone wants to do it.
okay. I never said be an asshole. I just said be short sentenced. Which one?
HOA.
It's not going to happen today, or it's not going to happen?
Extended 10 days for homeless.
Oh.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, we'll talk after. We'll get it figured out. We'll talk after. Okay, go ahead, guys. Yeah, maybe not sure. Ding ding ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Hello, this is Jameson.
Huh?
Yep.
Hey, Jameson, I saw that you were interested in property 123 Blackberry Run.
Yep.
Is this a property that you would like to go check out?
Not sure.
That's fair. Is this a bad time?
Yeah, a little bit.
When would be a better time to talk?
Sometime later this week.
Okay. Fast forward to that later in the week, still that way? Okay.
That's just still-
Hey Jameson, is this still a bad time?
No,
Fantastic. Hey, I saw that you were still, are you still interested in that property that we talked about before?
sort of,
Is there other properties that you're interested in?
not really,
So this property, have you gone and toured it with another agent yet?
no,
Would you like to go tour it today?
sure.
Fantastic. I can meet you at the property. Does in the next hour work for you?
Hell no.
You tell me and I'll
Oh
meet
my
you there. What
God.
time works for you?
Maybe 4 o'clock.
Okay, I will meet you there at 4 o'clock.
Very nice.
There's a lot of closed-ended questions.
Yes,
And
you're,
it's natural because they're giving you nothing,
yes.
right? So I think it's that same thing of, is this a good time for you? Not really. Oh, I'm sorry, did I catch you in the middle of something? Yes. Okay, is there a better time to call? Yes, no, you know what I mean? So in that sense, I think the conversation is more, if they're a maybe, what's causing you to hesitate? Right? Or what's causing.
Get in and then ask.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah, because what ends up happening is if you get somebody that's at
Because
is.
you can't end up in a flow of the yes, no.
No, you can't. There is no flow. Doors are being shut,
Exactly.
essentially. So like when he said, what did you say about the property? Like I'm slightly interested or something? Okay, what does kind of mean? That's exactly what I would have said. What does kind of mean? Can you better help me understand that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what kind of means.
Always pivot to an open question because that forces them.
Yes. Yes.
But if it becomes salesy, like, you have to read the energy. If this
Yes.
is that, you know, just cut the conversation. I'm gonna take the time to call you. The other way, I'm gonna text you.
Right.
I'm gonna call you back in 2 days.
Right, but
And you
You like what
can
you're saying.
strategically though, right?
Yeah,
So
you can
sit
do-
there and
yeah.
say, maybe, so you click on this property, is this a property you're interested in? Yes.
We
There's
try
one,
it again.
there's one yes.
yeah,
right?
there's one yes. Yeah.
Awesome. If you have a couple minutes, I'd love to kind of figure out why you're interested in
Mhm.
this specific property.
Right.
Is that okay? Yes. Now you've got your 2 yeses. and
Exactly.
Now you can go into the questions.
So it's not really being salesy, it's redirecting your conversation.
Yeah.
To make them more open to you. So like Jameson, when he said kind of, my first response would have been, what does kind of mean? And I really would have said it in that tone of voice, like with a question, because I don't know what kind of means. So I want him to tell me why. Well, the yard's too small, it's too close to neighbors, or blah, blah, blah. He's gonna tell me all the stuff I want to know. We mean just asking, what does kind of mean? That's it. It's a whole different ballgame in how you ask questions.
That's one word answer.
Right.
Okay, I'm kind of interested. You
Okay.
ask,
What is kind of?
mean? And
Yeah.
he goes, not sure.
Okay, what does that mean? Why? Like, be direct. Okay, not sure why.
Or you can say, how can I help you? How can I help you figure out what works?
Exactly. Or why are you not sure? You know what I mean?
Nice.
But that's the whole point of this exercise, right? Is that you want to ask the questions that warm them up
Mm-hmm.
with the intent that they're going to start opening up, right? So it's a different role play if my goal is to just say one word the entire
Right.
time. But the way you're asking questions, it only led me to say one word because you legit.
Right.
Yeah, I got it in my head.
Yes,
That's
correct.
No, because you get in your head, once you start shutting those doors,
Yeah.
you shut down. Exactly. You shut down and you're just asking open-ended questions. So right when, exactly. Close. So when he said kinda, I would have been like, okay, what does kinda mean?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I would have said it.
As soon as I go, well, the yard's small, I don't love the location. Awesome. So it sounds like you need a big yard. What do you need a big yard for? Oh, I've got 2 dogs. Awesome. What kind of dogs do you have? Oh, I've got blah, blah. Oh my God, I had that when I was, whatever.
Or I have
Right?
2 boxers or something like that is the connection piece. Dogs, kids, work, sports, like
Right.
find a connection piece.
But you don't get that if it's just a yes or no, because then it's just telling me, you're only giving me 2 options.
Yes.
Yeah, I fudged up.
No, you're fine. This is why we do what we do, guys.
Steaks.
Okay.
That's
Silence is okay too. So when they're talking, you being silent is okay.
Starbucks every day?
No, I haven't been here.
Oh, there's so many.
I haven't been here.
They're so good.
Okay.
breakfast.
Me and Laura are gonna do this one, okay? Real conversations. I'm gonna be the buyer. Laura's gonna be the agent, okay? Laura calls me about a property. I say it's overpriced.
Okay, what makes you think that?
Because comps in the area are going for 800,000 and this one's at 900,000. So in my head, it's $100,000 over.
Okay, so can you share the properties that you're referring to so we can take a look at those?
I will share them with you. Also, why is this $100,000 over? What can you share with me that the internet's not telling me? Yep. Yep. Yeah.
It has features that justify it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a good way to flip this on people.
Yep. So go ahead.
If we do the same thing, so tell me
Yep.
it's overpriced.
It's overpriced, Jameson. I feel
You think it's overpriced?
I do.
Based on what you're looking at.
square footage, yard size, area.
Okay,
Yes.
so can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell me
Mhm.
what could be added to this property to make it worth what it's currently listed?
A little bit of updates on the inside, or maybe an outbuilding or a barn or a shed.
Got it. Okay, so what you're telling me is the barn, the shed, the lot is paramount to what you're looking for.
Yes,
Have you looked at other properties that have those features?
I have.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about those properties?
They were a little bit more updated, same in square footage, but they did have an outbuilding or a barn.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Okay.
The house has been on the market for 90 days now.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have the same feeling if we could offer under what the list price is? Does that make that property more appealing to you?
Of course,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect. So what I'd love to do, when I do a lot of my clients, we'll take a look at the other properties around.
Yeah.
that, in your words, are
Yeah.
comped a little bit lower.
Yes,
And then we can visit that property
yes,
and have a conversation on what it would take to get an offer done on this property.
yes. So Jameson flipped it on me. And usually a lot of people don't know that he's going to flip it like that. Like a lot of people don't catch what he did because we're so in the conversation that he literally just got me to go look at this property and to go look at comps surrounding the property to either prove me wrong or prove me right, whatever it may be.
And to get you to tell me what you value in a
Exactly.
house at 900,000.
Exactly. But Laura did a great job too, because she wants to see the comps. She wants to see what I'm seeing. She didn't shut it down. So when someone says it's overpriced, it's a mental thing. Whether they've seen something down the street or something, you know what I mean? They get it in their head. Hey, I feel this is overpriced. Okay, well, tell me a little bit more. Like why? Why do you feel that way? Because they say they feel. So there's a feeling attached to this. So that's what you guys need to pick up on too. Like, why do they feel that way? They don't know it's overpriced. They're just saying they feel. Okay. And when you're buying a home, people, unless you're an investor, a wholesaler, flipper, whatever it may be, there's feelings involved to this. Okay. So I'm going to take Mariah's client. Mariah has a client, went under contract. I'm not going to go into details. Okay. They pulled out this weekend because there is a feeling involved that they don't want an HOA.
That juju.
They knew there was an HOA going into this, but when they finally soot on it, like sat, they sat on it.
If you sit on it in a chimney.
Yes.
What the fuck?
They don't want an
I
HOA.
don't know what soot is.
And
Everybody's gas fired now.
yeah, and that's it's like a MP3 player. She probably doesn't know what that is, or a fax machine. So they sat on it and they got a feeling, and that feeling was they didn't sit right with the HOA. So she's gonna go back on the market and start looking for them again. Yes.
They don't want any. No, they're not listening. HOA, but with a good feel. Like a happy
Okay.
So there's that. Okay. There's another thing to this, guys. So when you are calling these leads, get on your phone, pull up the address as fast as you can. Okay. I don't care how you pull it up. I don't care what you do. Use Zillow, use Realtor.com, use Redfin. The fastest way you can pull up the information, because I guarantee you when you call, they're looking at it and they're going to start just rambling off stuff. So you need to be highly informed before they ask those questions or while they're asking those. Yes. So literally with Op City, You're gonna get a claim. You claim it. You literally get a call. Can we connect? Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
Yeah, you guys think you have anxiety now.
Hey, this is Jim said, yeah, why the fuck does the HOA suck?
Mark drops it to your-
So you need to be able to be faster than them. Okay, you get a call. I'm the buyer. I don't want a bunch of calls. I've already had 3 people call me. Okay, how would you guys handle that?
I haven't called you.
No. Do not do that.
No,
Jameson?
yeah, so say it.
Okay. I don't want a bunch of calls. I've already been called by 3 people. It's getting really annoying right now.
I completely sympathize with you. I hate getting spam phone calls, 100%. Was there something about those phone calls that were irritating you?
Yes. So you're de-escalating a situation without increasing their anxiety. So you have to regain and reassure. So you have to regain control of the conversation and you have to reassure them. So the thing is, when you say, hey, I've gotten 3 calls, I'm so sorry. Like, I would be highly annoyed too. You know what I mean? You have to agree with them. Like, I'm just calling because you just had some interest and I was just trying to help.
You use a personal example. Like I've told people when I've gotten this before, I'm like, trust me, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I get 8 phone calls a day for
Exactly.
insurance and I want to throw my phone through.
Or leads or something like
Whatever
that.
is.
Right,
And
right,
they know this person's
right.
relating to.
Yes. So you can also say, hey, that's not I say this a lot too. So I literally tell people I'm not pushy. Like, I'm not salesy, I'm not pushy. You tell me what you need and I'm here.
Exactly. Sales pushy persons.
Yeah.
People don't take that. So, and I also go, that's not my style. You know what I mean? I really say sometimes that's not my style. I'm so sorry. I completely understand you're annoyed. You know what I mean? And you're actually acknowledging that they're annoyed. You're actually acknowledging that they got multiple phone calls other than you. And you're saying sorry for it and you had nothing to do with the situation. You know what I mean? That says for somebody that's annoyed, just to hear that, it makes them unannoyed. You know what I mean? So it's just taking control of that situation. Okay. Or they tell you to go F off like I did this morning. So, okay. So role play follow-up calls. No response. Day 1, you're calling, texting. Day 2, you are not bothering them. Like I said, you're being consistent. Okay. My whole career, I have never been told I have been bothered some. I have been told they appreciate my consistency and my persistence. That is different than being bothersome. In the game we live in, if we don't get the lead, someone else will at the end of the day. So if you are not being persistent and you are not being consistent, that other agent's going to be 10 times more consistent, 10 times more persistent, and get that buyer or get that lead. So just keep that in your head. I'm not trying to be pushy. I'm not trying to do all that. What I'm trying to do is get your mindset right when you guys are dealing with this. You know what I mean? If you guys want to farm organically, that's great too. You guys don't have to take leads. We just offer leads. Like, you guys don't have to. It's just a choice. But I don't want to annoy them. I don't want to bother them. You guys aren't bothering them because they raised their hand for something. They've clicked on something. They want to know something. unless they call the agent and want their sign removed from the property.
Did that come through as a lead?
No. So it did come in as a lead. So it came in as a lead. Jameson got him. The guy started yelling at Jameson because he wanted the listing agent to remove the sign from the corner of the lot because he couldn't see the intersection going onto the street.
Not the owner.
Mom.
It's just
A neighbor.
Just
Uh-huh.
a neighbor.
Mhm.
You took that.
Uh-huh.
It's like, sir, that's trespassing.
Like, first of all, I am not the listing. You didn't call the number on the sign?
No.
Then he drives by every day.
Right fucking there. He's trying to get you to call him.
It's probably a QR code. It's like, why is there a fucking maze on?
Picture of the guy with the thumbs up.
Call me.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you're not bothering them. You're not annoying them, guys.
This turn always makes sense.
He didn't even let me talk. I'm just like,
You're like, how did you get to realtor.com with this?
So what I'm trying to
You allowed to
Yeah.
drive?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is
I couldn't warm him up.
be
You need your sales tax. I can help.
be persistent, be consistent.
Oh my
There is a difference of that than being salesy, like Louis said. You don't want to bother them. You're not bothering them. They already raised their hand for something. It's just a lot of people in our business and a lot of buyers, sellers, whatever it may be, they do have their guard up. There is a wall. So I hate to say this, but a lot of people don't like us because of a past agent or experiences they've had with agents. Okay. So our job is to be different, which we are, and is to build a, like, to break that wall down. Okay. So what else? Okay. You reach out to somebody, no response after 3 days, you go to weekly outreach. Month 2, you reach out one day, hey, I'm just checking in. I wanted to say hi. They said, hey, completely forgot. I am still interested. How do you move forward?
Sorry, bitch, you missed the train.
He's kidding, he's kidding, kidding.
How do you move forward with that? Like, what would be your first step before responding?
It's check that property on the market.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pending.
Oh, you went to.
Yes, it's pending.
Yes. So, well, one, I mean, it depends on, I always call the agent and I see how far along they're on the process.
Mhm.
If they're past the inspection, resolution and stuff, and, odds of them liking the deal not to something. So, and then I always ask if they have backup offers to see if it's worth going to do the showing.
Mhm.
And if they're too far along, then I'll say, that market is currently on track to close in the next few days or few weeks, but I just sent you, I usually send the email prior to responding unless I'm not near my computer. This way they already have it in their inbox at the time of the response. But I did just send you an updated list of what's currently on the market that fits what you were looking for in the similar areas. You want to go ahead and take a look and let me know which ones you want to see in person, and I'll set up the day and time that works best for you.
Okay.
I would ask them, so yeah, so unfortunately that house is pending.
Okay.
It's looking past inspection, so
Okay.
more likely than not, it's gonna close.
Okay.
But can you tell me some of the things about that specific house you really liked?
Okay.
And then have them give you the criteria. It's
Okay.
awesome. We can work with that. Good news for you, we've seen more listings over the last 2 years than we have over the last 10.
Right.
So there's options.
Right.
So if
Okay.
you mind if I take a look and see if I can find some things that are similar, I'll send them over to you. And then
Very
we'll
nice.
set the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Laura, what would you do?
Pretty much the same things, but I do reach out to the agent on the client, and then I just let him know it's under contract. But I put urgency behind, we need to get out there and look, because we don't want this to happen.
Right.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Okay. Did everybody sound natural? Yes, you guys did sound natural. You know what I mean? Was the agent listening? Were the questions clear? Yes. We need to role play more just due to the fact with newer agents not knowing how to navigate around a door being shut. Like the no stops you guys, and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like a no doesn't stop me in a conversation. Okay, cool. Tell me more.
Yields.
It's a yield sign. I'm running through a yellow light, essentially. I don't take no. I always turn the no into, okay, cool. Well, tell me more. And they're like, huh? Like, okay, cool. No, but tell me more. You know what I mean? And they tell me more. It's just being interested in people and just not letting that no stop you. Don't let the no stop you. Okay. Just getting more comfortable too. Stop over explaining. No open-ended, do open-ended questions. And I know that's really hard and we can practice more on that. Talking instead of listening. Let the lead talk. And then repetition round. So when you're on the phone, a lot of people go around in circles. I don't know why. It's just, it is what it is. Don't sound scripted. Consistency and tone is key. Confidence comes from the practice. Curiosity converts better than the pressure. So when Jameson said kind of, I was curious to ask, what does kind of mean? That's curiosity. That's showing interest in that kind of, you know what I mean? Systems guide us, people convert us. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Anything? Anybody has any questions? Any concerns? Anything they want to go over or redo?
I would tell you the biggest thing that changed for me, and this is just because I've been in sales for a long time. But everybody you talk to, stranger on the street, family, friends, whatever, they always have a story. Everybody's got a different story. And if you get really good at training yourself to be interested in somebody's story, that will get you farther than anything else. Like, you have to genuinely, going back to the curiosity, not just in them, but their story.
Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
How to Win Friends and How to Influence People is a good book.
In their story, and once you
Yes.
are, it becomes infinitely easier
Yes.
to have conversations with strangers.
You are literally, so How to Win Friends and Influence People, the book is literally about being interested in people and not even talking about your business. They know what you do, but you're not talking about it. You're just showing genuine, simple interest in that person. And you pretty much sold yourself to them without selling yourself.
If you guys haven't read that book, read the book.
Yeah, it's super good.
For Audible. Did you
Yep.
know how fast you get Audible when you're on 1.25? That's crazy.
Were you on one the whole time?
Yeah, up until like the last chapter, I was like, how are these bitches going through it so fast?
1.5. I'm on like 1.3. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
Training is over. Does anybody have any questions? Any Zoom questions? Juliana, can you unmute people to see if they have any questions for me or if they would do things differently? Chat. Mm-hmm. Pro bono. It's with the lawyer. Yeah.
Is this PowerPoint uploaded somewhere?
I can get it to you guys if you want. Yeah, I have last week's too, which went over like lead call and everything. So I can definitely send that to you guys.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah.
Please.
Do you have any questions or anything?
No, not really. I just would like to go back over it.
Yeah, I can definitely get that over to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Awesome. Have a great day. Thank you for joining.
You okay?